back. BigGuyTreadmillReview.com. I'm Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. Hi, this is Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Review, and today we're going to be reviewing the Horizon 7.0 Action Treadmill. Just kidding. It says AT at the end, and we were having a little bit of a gaffe at like what that would stand for, and one of our guys said Action Treadmill, and I'm like, that is awesome. I'm going to say it. So there you go. That's the background on that. But yeah, here we have, again, a very popular treadmill when we talk about department stores, things of that nature. Again, they're kind of everywhere. So for me to roll off a bunch of names, it's really not worth it. But online presence is usually the biggest thing for all these companies. Horizon is a little, I don't want to say like lower end brand, but again, more affordable, and therefore very popular. But this is one of their newer models. It's very similar to like the Horizon T101, which would be like probably their most popular because that's really, really cheap, but it has a lot of issues. So this is the step up here. And let's go ahead and take a look at a few of the features, right? It's got a 60-inch by 20-inch deck. It's a very substantially built treadmill, and the thing's 277 pounds once built. Not like that is the biggest thing, right? Like if we get down to it, some commercial treadmills are like 500 pounds. You can have other treadmills that are really, really nice that are like 215 pounds. So don't get too caught up on that. Something that I do love, I want to start here, but let me just tell you, it's got FTMS Bluetooth. We always kind of harp on that lately, but that is like the newest thing. I love that, right? Let me connect to my own tablet, right? Let me set my thing here and go through. Now, I'm sure that most of what it works with as far as communication is some sort of Horizon app. But neither here nor there, it does have FTMS Bluetooth, so it might work with some other cool apps. You're going to have to discover that on your own to a degree, or give them a call and see how that goes. Their customer service is a step up from NordicTrack, and let's go with that. But looking at this here, it is a folding treadmill. We're going to go ahead, pop that up. Very easy to fold up. It does have some cool colored elastomers. I've never folded this up. So you've got some blue and orange ones. And then, of course, your standard black elastomer here for your suspension or your cushioning system. I'm going to probably assume that if we got down to it, the manual or something online is going to show that this orange one at the strike point is like for extra cushioning. Like it's going to have some special name to it. But it does look very nice. At least we do have support all the way down the sides. And folding it up was super, super easy. We've got our safety bar here. Let's go ahead and bring it down. It looks like you just sort of step there. Bring that bad boy all the way down. So it comes down nice and soft. It's got a little bit of a hitch there. Oh, and then thumb. So with that said, we're going to take a look at the top here as I get on it. So the step-up height is negligible, but between the two models that we actually have for this session, this is actually 1/8 of an inch higher, which seems like a strange thing. That's like, hey, the next model up for a couple $100 gets you a little lower step up. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get this bad boy started. Let's just see how easy it is to use. I would imagine it'll be fairly simple. Horizon does have these. I would imagine it's some sort of proprietary wheel thing. So with features like this, I don't know enough about it to say that it's like not a great feature. For me, this seems probably like an unnecessary thing. There's nothing wrong with the arrow pushing it. We all have these hot speeds, hot incline over here. But if you like that, like kind of like I can roll this to incline. I'm going to go ahead and just incline it up. Let's just see how it does. Now, again, as I'm on here, I just want to give you an idea of my size. Of course, this is Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. I am 6'4". I'm 298 pounds currently. So I'm large. Oh, we have a problem. That is a big problem, and that's happened in many a review. When we go to the incline, my weight is actually running away on the treadmill. The treadmill is not staying at 1.9 where I can walk. That is, to me, largely unsafe. If you're a different type of person, if you're a little bit larger than I am, there's potential that you actually go face first into this and you really, really hurt yourself. So, and just to show you, we're not doing a trick, like I'm not even touching it. So that's a big no-no, Horizon. Come on. Like that is something that should not happen, and it cannot happen safety-wise. I'm going to lower it back down, and then I'll get on and I'll jog. But for me, it inclined up fairly well. It had a good incline, right? But that feature, that is a design flaw, and that is largely unsafe. Be very aware of that if you bring it home and you want to walk at an incline. If that's your preferred method of working out, scrap this. So we'll jump back on 1.9. Like I said, I never touched the wheel, right? Like, let's go from here. Other features of the console, right? We've got a USB. We've got some audio jacks. Sorry, that actually got me a little bit because I just wasn't expecting it. And it doesn't look like a treadmill that would have that issue. And we were just on $1,000 NordicTrack, and that didn't happen. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's crank it up, and hopefully we don't have another thing where it's skipping and it's going to like hurt my knee. But this guy, let's see. It's completely skipping on me. So, all right, well, sometimes this happens. So my guys are looking at me and going thumbs down, right? It's thumbs down, man. I mean, it's skipping out of the box, which it could hyperextend my knee. It could do a lot of things that really hurt me. That feature on the incline, I actually really like that. I have a friend who actually won a bodybuilding championship. Not like it's like not a brag. I do. And in his preferred method to not, as he says, cannibalize his muscles, he walks at an incline for like really long periods of time to just burn fat. He couldn't do that here. He would be like, well, this treadmill's useless to me. And unfortunately, like this is just not performing well, not well built. We would have to go through the process now of using the warranty, which let's go over the warranty. We have 3 years on parts. We have 1 year on labor. Horizon, from my understanding, could be one of the companies that actually does have you, again, do a reimbursement, or you have to go through one of their techs to get this fixed. Knowing a few techs around town and things of that nature, this is not a company that pays super well to work on their equipment. So this would be they would not be a priority to them. They would obviously go to people who are going to give them much better money to fix equipment. This could take 2-3 weeks to fix. And I don't believe, because we've had treadmills do this in the past, I don't believe that is a fixable issue. That is a design flaw through and through. For big, muscular people such as I, you're not going to want a treadmill like this, because, I mean, I almost flew off that thing and I would have knocked that over and ruined some of my chicken, and that's just ridiculous. So the design of the console, very standard for Horizon. It's got this big, bulky display. It's actually very simple, but it is low enough that you see over it. You have this little tablet holder. Again, there were like things I was really liking about this when we were setting this up, and of course, I'm doing my little research. The functionality is just terrible. So with that said, this is why we do these treadmill review videos, right? So please like and subscribe. It really helps me, helps Big Mike, it feeds my ego, whatever you want to do, but just give me a click, give me that thumbs up, and we'll keep giving you more of these videos. And then maybe we can actually help, because if that helps one person not get hurt, not get injured because of a piece of equipment that I say cheap, but this is $1,000 treadmill. It's $1,000 wasted on something that could literally injure you and cost you thousands of dollars in medical bills. So I don't want to harp on that too much, but that frustrates me. You know, like I come in here to do these and I do not expect to almost fall off and almost smash my face off of a console. That's ridiculous. So I'm sorry, Horizon, the 7.0 action treadmill, too much action for me. So this is Big Mike with Big Guy Treadmill Reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and check out all of our content. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks. Comment below saying I subscribed, and we will do our best to reply to every comment.